Hey guys, I'm here with Austin and Matt from MAYFAIR KYTES. How's it going, guys?
Well, thank you.
Very good.
Awesome. Now, you guys are about to release your album Animus on the 1st of April, and pre-orders are happening tomorrow, and Sleepyhead's coming out of it. So, busy time at the moment.
It is. It's very busy.
Yeah,
which is great.
Yeah. Are you enjoying the sort of the build up to releasing the album?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, because we worked really hard to make the album, so it's exciting, just the idea of it coming out.
Yeah, because it took a bit over a year to create the album, and you worked with quite a few different people. There was even some of the elements, like the Melbourne Symphony Orchestra, doing some of the string.
Well, we didn't. It's not the Melbourne Symphony Orchestra, but our string players have played with them before.
With them, yeah. And you also had Simon and Paul from Hiatus Kaiyote working on the album as well. So what was it like getting sort of a whole range of different people involved in the creation process?
It was a big job. It was a big logistical job, but it wasn't terribly hard. It was just a matter of just took time to orchestrate all the parts, I feel.
Yeah. And one thing that really strikes me listening to the album is the vocal harmonies and how well that is laid in with the production of the music as well. So was that something from the get-go that you really wanted to focus on, is to get the vocals mixed quite well and the harmonising?
Definitely, yeah. It's a big part of the music. It's got 3-part harmonies through a lot of it, and it was definitely one of the main focuses of the recording and live performance as well.
Well, yeah, that was what I was actually going to ask next. The live element of the music. You've got a couple of shows coming up in Melbourne and Sydney to promo the album. What was it like? What's it like bringing this music to stage? Because it is quite technical, a lot of it.
Well, it's been a bit of a journey for us.
Yeah.
I mean, the band's had a few different versions of what we thought it was. I mean, it originally began with just me and a drummer who played on the album, Andrew Congus. I think that's how you say his name. And we played with a string quartet originally, and that was just what the thing was. But then I moved into a house with Austin, and so living together, we just started playing music together, and then the vocal thing became a big part of it.
Okay.
Yeah. And then that grew from 2 to 3, and now it's nice 3 parts.
Good blend, yeah. So when it does come to creating a live show, how do you? So there is a dog right in front of us.
Just so everyone knows, there's a dog down there.
There's a dog here, and at the moment he's
Show the dog.
He's cleaning himself.
That's the sound I make.
Yeah. We just wanted to make sure that it wasn't like Mike's picking up your rumbling stomachs or anything.
Beautiful.
So another 3-part harmony going on here. When it comes to live, how difficult was it to make sure that you get the right blend in a live sense as opposed to the studio recordings?
Yeah, well, because it's really dense and there's a lot of things going on. Like even when Austin's singing, he's playing samples and keys and then guitar in some songs. So it's taken us another good year just to get the live show sounding good. Yeah. Because we want to accurately represent what we've recorded. It's not just like, it sounds good on record, but you go see the band and it's like...
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So with bringing it live, you've also got the tour coming up with a couple of shows. You're playing at the Workers Club in Melbourne and also the Vanguard in Sydney.
Yeah.
So just the 2 shows at the moment. Are you looking at doing more later down the track?
Absolutely. We'll do a proper tour at the end of the year. With the album coming out, and we're an independent band, we can only afford to do those 2 shows.
Yeah, no, fair enough. We'll give everyone a good taste of it anyway.
That's right.
Now, also Sleepyhead, as we mentioned before, that's coming out. We're going to get a live performance of that a little later as well.
Yep.
The video clip is quite interesting as well. I guess not only the way that it's put together, the graphics, but also you work with Thomas Russell in putting it together.
Yep.
Can you tell us a bit about how you came up with the concept for the clip?
Well, it's not my concept, it's his.
Yep.
Tom's done all of our art. He's done everything across the board. And I kind of like the idea of having that kind of family and continuity. So I think by the time he got to doing the film clip, he really understood the band, and it's all his. So gave it to him, and he took 6 months of working on that.
Because it's quite an intricate clip the way it's done.
It's done in an old school way too.
Yeah.
It's not like So he's gotten right in there.
Yeah. How long did it take you guys being involved with it to put it together? Because it's quite. There's a lot of like the cut and paste sort of imagery, as well as the overall tone of the clip being the struggling to sort of break free in the interpretive dance. How much involvement did you guys have in putting it together?
Very little.
Yeah.
Me and Austin went in and did a day of shooting.
One day was the video stuff of us, and then I'm not sure how long he took with the
dancer, George,
dance performer.
Jeffrey, sorry, not George.
I think a lot of it would have been post after that. Just
I did one day in the studio with their cutting things out with him. I did one day, but he never invited me back. I think I did a crappy job.
Wonky cutting.
Well, I think the wonky cutting probably adds to it.
Probably.
Well, hey, but I remember
effect.
all the parts that I cut out, they never made it in.
That must mean extremely wonky.
I think I cut my own nose off or something by accident.
That's kind of like preschool stuff.
Yeah, right.
You know, colour in the lines and not cut your
I'm
nose
just
off.
not a professional.
No, you'll have to stick to music. Now you worked with Nick Herrera as well in the production of the album, and you did some of the recording in an old chapel.
Yeah.
Well. Yeah. So what was it like working with him and I guess in the recording process?
Do you want to take this?
That's awesome working with Nick. We've gone through a long process with him, and he's great to work closely with. Really has a good attention for detail, and as far as the chapel, it was an old chapel, refurbished chapel at the Abbotsford Convent.
Yes.
So it's one that they've just finished refurbishing recently, I think. And
we were one of the
Mm.
first people to use it. I think it's pretty standard now. A lot of people do string recordings in there.
Yeah.
I don't want to like say that for sure, but I think we were one of the first. It's just a beautiful room. It's got like a big reverb.
Yeah, awesome.
Beautiful sounding room.
Yeah, we were there for a couple of acoustic gigs at the Abbotsford. It's a good venue for that kind of stuff.
But it's a particular part in the convent called the oratory. Is that the one that you're thinking of? Or?
Quite
because there's so many.
Because there's so many in there.
So many different spaces.
Yeah,
It's fun.
that's fantastic. Well, what is the future? Because it's still the start of 2016, pretty much. Still summer weather anyway.
Yeah.
What is the plan for the rest of the year after you've got these two shows coming up?
So we'll do a little mini tour, and I mean there'll be a bit of follow up from the album, a few more things coming out and releases. I've done a remix record of the album.
Nice.
But I don't know if we'll release that under the MAYFAIR KYTES banner. It depends if the band likes it.
Right, yeah.
But I made a whole other...
Yet to hear it.
Oh, right.
Yeah. I made a whole other record out of the stems that we had just while I was waiting for some things to be done. And then later on in the year, we're going to have a really special show with the strings, with pretty much all the instrumentation from the album. We're still trying to find the right venue, but we're going to find a really beautiful, bizarre venue, and we're going to do a really big show.
Right, yeah.
But we're not doing that for launch, because that's too much.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work.
It's a massive production.
A lot to organise as well.
So that's something else that's going to come up later in the year.
Yeah, that should be interesting. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too.
Well, Matt, Austin, thank you so much for having a chat. We're about to hear an acoustic version of Sleepyhead.
Yep.
So look forward to that, and thank you very much for having a chat.
Thanks, man.
Thanks for having us.
Get out of bed, you lazy bones, and you sleepyhead. And bend to your play, your puffy eyes, and get on your way. If I get up love.